going north to south.
Jose Altuve. Breaking balls. On this 0-1 from Montgomery, it shows Altuve after a horrible postseason last year. Great year this year when Altuve hits one in the air. Track goes Carter. He just got under it. Arm of the outfielders in right. Young and Seager on the left side. Simeon and Low on
top because he's a contact pitcher. It's going to bode well for him. Jam him early. And that's where he's got to look.
So hard to strike this guy out. Carter on the move.
Pitcher, that is the shortest distance other than
Johnny. Here is the most terrifying man in October. How in the
breaking ball him, try to get him to expand away, and weakness
to the target is it's a fastball foul.
Now we get a chance to 7-game series
and keep it away from there because that is going to be dead.
Won the season series, but this is the tournament, right? This is the sprint.
Perfect pitch. That pitch was perfect. He needs to get that call, even though it's a little bit up. That lane is tried corner with a curve. Now what you want to do right now is you want to get this pitch.
The 1-2. Alvarez pulls a foul.
He's so quick. He's hit 4 home runs on 4 different pitches in the postseason. You see that.
Comes home. Alvarez swings and misses. Got him with a curve.
Pitch.
That is Adolis Garcia. He got a pitch. Wow.
And they go a long way to pitching longer in the game, of course.
The Rangers called out 21-year-old Evan Carter this October. Well, takes outside for ball 1.
You know what's amazing? Verlander loves to hit on the first pitch.
2-0. Carter hits it hard on his way to second, and he will.
Tucker, look at him. The ball gets deflected, slows it down, goes to right to second.
That's an element that he's added to this team. In addition to his on have their first man in scoring position for their catcher, Jonah Heim, who takes ball 1 from Verlander. 28-year-old all-star catcher, Don, but his throw won't have a chance to get
winning streak going in his postseason career. I believe that's 6 now, and I think for the Texas Rangers to have.
Dubon's back on it with room. Baltimore to Tampa Bay basketball runs. You got to get a timeout in there before it happens because it can happen so fast.
And the reason it turned the lineup over.
Yeah, this is.
And they're hoping the playoffs they don't.
Young's able to dunk it in there. Third hit.
They're not going to get sped up on Verlander per se, but you only have so much time to slow.
Was to just step off, take a breath, right, look around.
Yep.
Can't do that now. Harris. Ooh, almost got hit. Contributed this postseason as well out of the 9 spot. 2-0.
That curveball that pretty much throws a lot for strikes. And
another. They score a bunch of runs. You know they've got guys that can hit it hard, but the patience and the ability to. A 4-pitch walk to load the
Rangers. So scary of an offensive team, and look, they can score 3 or more in an inning. It's unbelievable.
On the postseason than it was in the regular year. Simeon with the bases loaded takes the 5th,
which is his even a double with the runner at first.
Big spot early in the game here.
Fastball if he's going to throw it 2-0 and make it away because
bases loaded, 2 out. Fouls it back.
The Rangers, and it set the tone for this lineup.
Led the league in on this 2-1 pitch. He launches him in foul ground. We'll watch this.
Miss that fastball. When you just miss it, that's what happens. It goes straight up, and rarely. Oh, that fastball was in that sweet zone and just misses it.
Verlander fires. Before the game today, he's been good at times. He's been bad at other times, but another 2-2. Ground ball foul.
Well, this is on swing and miss rarely, which is a great attribute for a leadoff hitter, and with that you can get some swing and miss in the
number in the second. Pop shallow center. Altuve's out. Double to set things up for Jonah Heim. Middle 2, 1-0 Texas. Last 2 months, and coming off a huge division series.
And early on.
Yeah, him getting going, it really does feel more.
Mainly with the Chicago White Sox, and that's mainly where he had success against Montgomery.
3 home runs 7 knocked in the last 2 games of the division series. Most productive hitters in baseball the last decade. And a 1-2 from Jordan Montgomery. Abreu takes outside.
There's the pitch. That pitch.
Coming inside with a 2-2. And highlights and breaking news every day, all on the MLB app. Home with another 2-2. It's a fastball taken high. Brings it to left field, and he's got a base hit. First
To left field. That's how strong he is.
Sees to second. Simeon gets there. Low throw.
That's the one thing we're also going to see, that these teams can play some defense. And you see how the ball just came out of his hand and popped out, and he had a changeup grip. The Seager played.
Yeah, and he has saved his best for these Texas Rangers.
Gets it.
Rangers, those 57 errors, the fewest that they've committed in franchise history. To center field for Taveras.
His starters go in 6 innings, and we've showed last series what the innings.
2 gone. Dubon, especially important, John. If the starters have gotten deep to not expose,
and no doubt, and that number 30 and 8, the other doesn't.
So over the last 2 postseasons, the way that backs up Garcia, and that'll do it. Singled on a first pitch curve his first time, and he fouls off a well-placed fast. So aggressive. Left side, long run. Bregman is there.
His pitch. This was a slider right there, and
Garver with 1 away. First pitch curve, top of the zone for a strike, and we go to very breaking ball heavy. It's a good breaking ball hitting team, though.
it is. This spots for fastballs against him. Oh. It's the corner. Like that.
Center field for Mauricio Dubon. 2 up here. Down the line towards the corner, and just
against Verlander, it's got to be on that pitch, because when he throws 60% fastballs up, that pitch right there, catching a little bit too much of the plate, was the. Now he can go in so many directions. He can drop a curveball off of that, or he can try to.
Verlander is 0-2. Good take, ball 1. On his 1-2 pitch, back to the slider, and it misses badly. Verlander's got 17. 2-2. 2-3 inning for Verlander. On this stage before, the ALCS and World Series MVP as a 1-1.
Well, can I blow your mind for a second? In the game, only 1 swing and miss.
Fly down the line, and avoid swing and miss. Their ability to avoid strikeouts.
Come up, they tell them, hey, we don't strike out here, so you got to put the ball in play. And
1-2 pitch, and then you look at the other side. We talk all about the Rangers.
Teams have this slug early, attack early, and patient late, and they don't.
Seager, 1 shortstop, 2 enough. Team has been tested like never before during this near decade of dominance. Texas, that was in first place pretty much all year.
Going into the last weekend, there were only 1 possibility for them to win the division, and it, like, we're going to show you that we're ticked off, and they've showed it.
Martin Maldonado, who has homered twice against Montgomery, takes the ball in the American League. Dusty Baker's experienced bunch.
Could it be that they missed the playoffs? I mean, both managers, my goodness, they know how to navigate.
1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2-2. This catcher Maldonado on a 2-2. Takes in the dirt. He's working. Doesn't hit much. Elite when it comes to the payoff. Ball 4. Both 9 hitters. Back to the top. Here comes Altuve.
Good this guy is. Sometimes he can roll over in the double play. Miss swinging to make contact.
Time on the board in this 3rd inning as the 0-1 comes home. There's ball 1. The Astros just kind of felt lost. They felt disjointed all year as they tried to.
It gives hope to so many people that think baseball is about brute and strength and all that. The only thing that maybe he does a little bit more is he expands the zone a little much.
Montgomery brings him a 1-2 and out 2 right center field. Simeon says that he's got it. There's a guy here, Jordan Montgomery, that the deal, and it's like, where did this guy come from? But you've liked him for a long time. Does to Bregman.
You know, we talk about how to get out. It's a good angle. You talked about the height at which Verlander throws.
There's a little bit of deception with that delivery, and then
He's out right there, higher than they anticipate, and the ball has more life than they pitch out of the stretch. But there's that two-seamer that he starts in and runs back, and then he can throw the
2-2.
a team that loves to slug in the Astros. See how up front he was with that.
Here's his 2-2.
Ball inside.
And one of the best at recognizing
Zone. Bregman. Cut off by Carter. Maldonado stops it.
so good because he was inside conscious. Hitters now will remove. Got a hitter that just cannot make adjustments.
So based on how that first at-bat went, where are you going this time?
Because you know he's thinking middle in. I'm going to get the barrel of the bat to it and crush.
Jordan Alvarez takes inside.
This zone over the plate, you got to
1-0. Good pitch.
Well, that one he got away with because he cut his two-seamer.
Now here's the 1-1 for Montgomery. Alvarez fouls it off.
Great pitch. But what you have the luxury to do now is, again, if you want to, breaking ball away.
Pitch here. Montgomery goes with a high fastball. 2-2.
After seeing everything up there.
The plate, a 2-2.
Ball inside.
Inside, and it's 3-2 as he... All his posts. Get him with a curve. There's the breaker. ALCS trip. Evan Carter takes first pitch good from Justin Verlander. Half a century. Nice Series MVP as a bit of first.
I said with extra rest, sometimes it takes a while to find the command. Do you see it?
That's one guy we don't know too much about. And he just made it.
But he's got 6 of his 9 outs on the fastball. What adjustments do you want to?
93, 94. He's hanging that curveball. So
one going to the fourth. Taken inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1. Go to respect those guys have across the game. Look, dead sprint into foul ground to get there.
No matter what the scenario is, cool as it comes, and of course Bruce Bochy, all he does is win.
He's saying, I hope that nobody was watching because we weren't very good. It's in replay. Does he have room again? Not this. 1978. Dusty Baker was playing for the Dodgers. They were at the Astrodome, and he's 1-2.
It's over. Wing at that pitch because it comes out of his hand looking really good, and then
a big deal for Chas McCormick, and that is 7 straight. Abreu singled his first time, one of just 3 base runners against Montgomery. You knew all that. You watched all that. What do you say
to do that?
1-2,
especially in the postseason. And you'd think the Houston Astros know. Been there.
1-2 pitch. 1 gone.
Or there's the 4-seam grip. He rides up and sure does.
Baya.
Another aggressive
left-hander. Pinpoints. Key lefties are 2 of the best ever at hitting left-handers. There are just no breaks here.
About as good as it gets right there for.
There are only 2 left-handed hitters. Alvarez, his teammate, and Barry Bonds.
Oh man,
with 2 strikes as well. For Taveras, and outnumbered surprise team taking on the Phillies. And boy, you got to have your stars to the World Series. Diamondbacks championship series for the first time in almost 2 decades. The only thing that maybe he does
you can do some damage. And there's that unique style.
Back-to-back 2-out hits for the Astros. And Jeremy Pena gets an opportunity here.
Good and the bad. So when you have 2 guys back-to-back and you make your pitches, the innings are quicker. There's pitch here.
2 on, 2 out. Astros looking to get on the board. Are just different. They're just made for it. A 259 hitter during the regular season. Station to station, early stop sign given.
Difference what I was talking about in left field. The left fielder is going to play so shallow because and this ball just gets there. Easy stop sign at third.
Series is the bottom of the order. Well, you got 3 straight hits here from McCormick to bottom.
Yeah, he's the wild card because he's almost up there just. First big crowd and everything, you know, when the crowd's going like this.
Same situation here in the 4th.
Man, it would be so, I mean, you don't want
the 1-2 pitch. Sticks with a fastball and strikes. Fox Station. Straight, the 8-hitter Josh Young leads off and lifts the first one foul. Out.
Yeah, he can establish his fastball now at the top. Trailing 1-0 for Verlander.
Game 1 of the ALCS. There's a run for the Astros. His 7-year run doesn't begin without RA since they acquired him. While the rest of the rotation was just struggling to find it. The margin was. Signed that huge 2-year deal with the Mets, who at that point went into the Rangers. Verlander the ability to have a little bit of say. We aren't here if it doesn't.
For sure. Well, this young man, way.
Oh, took it. And gives Verlander his first K of the game. Certainly was on that full count pitch. 0-2 on Tavares. Oh, 2. Rude. Jordan Montgomery over there with his catcher Jonah Heim is pitching. The 1-2 pitch. Field and Leody Tavares takes that time of year where names are made. And how about Leody Tavares?
For the Rangers, 2 hits now out of that slot. Nothing bigger than that home run on a connected swing on a pitch. Usually, if you showed all the home runs.
And it's Tavares, 25 years old, from 226 his first 3 seasons, and he was playing athletic defense. And a 1-2 on Simeon.
Look, they were extremely hot.
Got him. On 3 pitches, he strikes out. Play home in game 1. The Texas Rangers with a 2-0 lead over Verlander, and the Montgomery, who's thrown 4 scoreless. Strike 1 on Altuve. Follow at Las Mayores and at MLB and visit Las.
Some point he shocks the pitcher. And he didn't get a chance to do that. And those guys pick and choose their spots to try to rush the pitcher.
The 1-0 from Montgomery is inside for ball 2. And Altuve and Bregman. 2-1.
And that's what he does well here.
On this 2-1 pitch, George Seager with an easy backhand and 2 gone both times.
And 2 of those 3 times now that was pound in, pound in, pound in, and then eventually he went to the breaking ball.
Breaker.
Way every single time a great hitter will expose that.
He's taken all the way.
Early on, just not flinch. If you don't flinch, the hitter doesn't see any weakness. And then swung at that breaking ball off of it.
Montgomery strikes out.
Pretty amazing.
There you go, guys.
Comfort having that guy in charge. 3, 4, and 5 coming up here. Strike 1 on. Slider away.
Cleats on that area right there. I could never hook my it could get. And Verlander, of course, pretty nasty.
Strikes out Garver. What's his reason?
The hitter, and it just feels like he can gain that power and use his lower half. Opinion, even at the age he's in with the injuries he's overcome from.
Ball on Garcia.
He used to throw 99 miles an hour, but he didn't start our model to look after.
Pop up. Foul grounded first for Jose.
Shaw, Sandy Koufax, a couple of guys who known for that. But Justin found it in a bullpen session, and he said, No, I found it in the placement of that foot in the back leg.
Carter with two-way takes a strike.
I thought you were going to say as strong as he can, and all the way.
Carter, Hooker's there. So 1, 2, 3, 6 for
It's been called over here. Look, the Texas Rangers. We're going to look at the pitch usage and how he's here. Pitch duty, they're going to be outstanding again. And this might just be the start of the rivalry. I know the rivalry is trailing.
Lone Star State finally fully aligned for this all Texas this weekend. Tucker goes up the middle, and there's Gumby. There's Montgomery, who's made it.
But as a pitcher, you put your gloves down, and you're like, oh, all right, I meant that. Got that the whole way.
It's the third. Josh Young with a candy hop and a 1, 2, 3.
Game right now. Going this length really helps as the series moves are. The better you're going to be served their starters.
3-0 on Heim. Verlander's only walked one. 3-1 pitch. Heim pops it foul.
And this is where Verlander's so dangerous. We've seen the fastball get back in the count 3-2.
On this 3-2 to Heim, starting the 7th. Fastball is inside. Barris, the Rangers' 9-hitter. A long home run in the 5th. Oh, runner at first, nobody out. Takes a changeup low.
Low went through, and this is a powerful guy. Last year had unbelievable numbers, and then all of a sudden, and it unleashed some things.
They fouled off 9 pitches in a row there. In April, it would have been like, wait a minute, that's either a misprint or I'm seeing a link from last year. What do you mean, Justin?
Max Scherzer were going to be in the playoffs this year.
3 or 4. 1-2 to low. Takes off.
Here in the postseason. This year in the 7th and the 8th, but when he's been in the 7th and the 8th, he's given up nothing.
On a 3-2, Low hits it foul. Long AB going here. Low on 3-2 again. Takes strike 3. That fastball moves.
That could have been one pitch away from first and second. Nobody.
Now it's Young. Got a chase on a slider. Brand on an aggressive hit.
Game. Houston's more used to it. They dealt with it. They're tired of hearing about their bullpen. So in the postseason, their bullpen has been. And what's amazing about their team, which speaks really to Bruce Bochy, and
right, having a rug pulled out from under them in the division that they led all year. Sweep the Rays. Go up to face the 1 seed. Sweep the 100 pitch coming.
Yeah, I think he's batter to batter right now. I think if he loses
in the 5th. He's gone full on all 3 hitters in this inning. He strikes out. Ooh, Verlander got some help over the first time before hitting that homer. He's doing it again tonight.
You take an outing like that. Look at the Texas Rangers. We're going to look at the interparty usage and how
swing in this game. Home run in the 5th inning. 2-0 the score as we go to the bottom of the 7th. And that division series against the Twins, 80% of the runs came off of homers
in a row, but too firm to score with 2 outs. And he doesn't walk many early in less than 9 pitches. Or like
6 pitches for Montgomery. His 87th is upstairs in ball 1. And as we talk about that these days, they're going to get whatever they can out of Montgomery. 2-0. And Dubon waits on this 2-0. Wide to the pole and strike 1.
He's not a left-hander he doesn't like to.
6 1/3 scoreless innings for Jordan.
In part because they thought he would not make their postseason rotation. Well, since the trade, Montgomery said, I think everybody in the Yankees organization knows.
Scoreless innings against the Astros. Off to the Texas bullpen and a 2-pitch. Jeremy Payne's at the plate. Strike 1.
Heavy slider, fastball. 8th and the 9th. That is going to be huge for the Texas Rangers because
this point, but he's been streaky when he's been good. He's we'll hope that it stays foul, and it does.
Well, he's just got the Montgomery pitch to 1 hitter in that inning. Well, with 1 out and the new rules, if you got to face at least 3 hitters going. he's got some guys that can come in and bail.
Series and garnered a reputation for being such a spectacular manager of the bullpen. The 6th inning of game 1. So had to Pena 1-2.
With that 2-out pitching changes, if you get 1 out, then he loves to slug.
This is one to Seager at short. Chance to show off the yard. It's 2-0 after 7. Simple ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.com. Seager's 1 for 3, all those against Verlander. Morris came on, got the last out of this. 2-0.
Well within striking distance. We talked about playing close games.
Full count. And then Josh Sabor's got the last 2 outs of the 7th. This is showdown for the pennant. 3-2 pitch, and Seager chases. Strike 3.
Montgomery brilliant tonight. What made him so successful?
Just
back to you.
All right, Kenny. 1 gone in this 8th for Gar. Starting. Hit 19 home runs in 87 games. 0-2 from Hector Neris. On this 1-2 pitch. Shoots it up the middle for Altuve. Kind of a knuckling. 2 gone in this 8th inning. Trying to get to 6-0 in the postseason, where they have trailed 2 on Sunday. 1 week ago today. And those began.
Yeah, and that's why I think, they've got something special. They are able to, whether that's the influence of that manager right there, who is calm, cooled, and you'll hear a play going to be the ebb and flow.
Field, Hector Neris has the 1 bottom of the 8th. Josh Moore stays on for Altuve. Chapman's ready to go, but Altuve,
they're tired of hearing about their bullpen. So in postseason, their bullpen has been just because game 1 is his specialty, even though the whole career of his postseason.
Astros have 5 outsiders in this. 2-1 on Altuve. Bregman on a 2-1 from Spurs. Altuve looks it again tonight.
That patience that is different in the 7th through the 9th than it is in the. Yeah, you'd think this is a pretty good pitch.
Altuve now a call on Chapman with a tying run coming to the plate. Good one going in.